We're going to have a look at making some 3D ladybirds. Have you seen that? That's what we're going to do today. So if I put that there so you can see it the whole time. And what you're going to need is a black pen, pencil, some glue, some scissors, a piece of white card, a little bit bigger than the size that you want, some colour card of the colour that you want your ladybird to be, and something to draw around that is round. I've chosen one of these. It's a guard from a plug socket, but you can use anything. You could use a big one. You could do a big one with using a plate or a saucer, or you could draw around a cup, or you could use something very small like a 10p or a £2 coin. Depends how big you want to make it, but I'm going to make it this size today. So let me just move everything over there. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our piece of card and we're going to draw around it. Now we're going to draw around it here, so we've got some space at this end. Now if you find it difficult to draw around it by holding it with only one finger, you can put more fingers on and lift your hand up in the air like that, and then the pencil doesn't get caught up by your hand. It can go all the way around without your arm being in the way, because your arm is up high, so you can go underneath it. Okay, when you've done that, you can take that off, and you're going to use your thumb, in this case, for the head. I'm going to put the thumb there, and I'm going to draw around it. But I'm actually going to stop because my fingernail is in the way, so I'm only going to draw to the top, and then I'm going to join them up. Like that. You should be fine. Your fingernails won't be as long as mine. Then we're going to take the scissors. I'm going to cut it out. Now notice the scissors are pointing away from me, and I'm turning the paper and keeping the scissors away from my body. I'm using particularly large scissors just because that's all I happen to have at the time. But if you've got proper children's scissors, then that's great. But if you haven't, it really doesn't matter. We're going to go around his head, don't chop the head off. Like that. Nice and slowly at the join, so we don't cut into him too much, or her, whatever ladybird it is, or ladybug, some people call them. I'm going to go around like this. And stop. We don't need those anymore. And we're going to close the scissors and we're going to put them to one side because we don't need them right now. Then we're going to take our pen and we're going to draw our eyes, just like the ones in our bud there. Circle for one eye and a circle for the other eye. Then we're going to colour the head in, but we're not going to colour in the middle of the circles. And if you need to go over the edges so that everything's coloured, it doesn't matter. We've got some paper underneath. Remember, always have paper underneath. I usually have just old paper like this, or sometimes we have newspaper if we're painting. And if you've seen my videos before, you know that I really love my table, so I always have it covered. And you don't want to get into trouble with your grown up, so you need to have it covered too. There we go. Now I'm going to colour a little bit into the body, just in case the wings don't go right to the edge. We don't want to show any white. And then I'm going to put some dots in for the pupils. There we go. I'm going to put him here ready. So the next thing you need is your colour card. That's the bit that's going to make your 3D wings. And you need to draw around them, around your circle, 3 times. 1, and again, if it's hard, lift your hand up high so you can get that pencil underneath. 2, 3. I'm going to take the scissors, point them away from us, cut out that circle. Here we go, so my fingers are a long way away from these scissors. We're having a nice craft day, so the last thing we want is to hurt ourselves by cutting them with the sharp scissors. There we go, so we take it nice and slowly. Now, as I am doing a video, and it would be really boring for you to sit there watching me cut everything out, I've actually already cut the other two out. So that makes 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to fold them in half. Like that. Oh, the sun's coming through the window. I hope you can still see me okay. And there's not too many shadows. There's one. Let's fold the next one in half. There's 2. And 3. Here we go. So we've got 3 pieces all folded. I'm going to take our base. Now you'll notice on the side here I have a separate piece of paper, and that's because that's where I do the gluing. I don't want to glue here and then it will make, if I go over the edge, my paper that I'm working on all sticky. So I'm going to put that on that paper over there and take the lid off the glue. Goodness, that was hard. And put some glue on the base of our ladybird. All around the edges, and it doesn't matter if we go over, because again, we're on our glue paper. So we're going to put our first half on. Move it up a bit so you can see clearly. And the fold in the middle of his eyes, look. There we go, there's the first one. And then the second one. Over that side. Ooh, wiggle them around so we get them nicely lined up. There we go. Next one, we're going to open out, because this one is going to stick to the 2 others. So make sure there's glue nice round the edges. Fold him over a bit so we know where the middle line is. Stick him on that one, and then fold him across and stick him on the other one. So there we go. Okay, so to make it like a ladybird, it needs to have some dots on, like this one. Now I've used a nice, or I'm going to use a nice big marker because it's easy to do dots. But if you haven't got one, or you don't want to use one, just use your black felt tip that you were using earlier. And remember, on a ladybird, it's like a mirror. Everything on this side is the same as everything on this side. So every time I put a dot here, I'm going to match it with a dot there. So I'm going to put a dot here and here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then on this side, let's have another go. Same again, remember this line, everything on this side is the same as everything on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then in the middle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you can put the dots wherever you want to. I just decided to put them there. Just close the glue so it doesn't dry out. Put the lid on the pen. Get rid of our glue paper so we don't put any glue on anything. So there we have it. This is our nice green ladybird. 3D with our wings up. This is a nice orange one. Here's a pink one I made before. And if you happen to have at home any googly eyes, make one like this with googly eyes.